class.
YouTube up too. You got a question on it?
You monitor in DC?
YouTube on your
online class, all right, Kazak?
Class.
Monitor both of them, right? YouTube and Facebook, all right?
Okay, sir.
Go ahead. I think online class is gone.
The YouTube class on
DC came up on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube to Facebook on.
I'm gonna try it again, all right?
Okay.
All right, Judah, go ahead.
I think, sir, maybe he that kills a man out of spite shall be put to death.
I'll take that. When you say out of spite, what do you mean?
Out of something that's not just.
Example. Give me. You're describing it, but give me an example.
If you like a man's wife and you decide to kill him to take his wife, you shall be put to death for that.
Okay.
As opposed to him stealing from you and you defending yourself and you kill that man, sir.
The second part is incorrect. There's a law about that too. There's a law about that. Find it for me where and the offense has passed. The offense is passed or has passed. There's a law about that too, and that's even relevant in Esau's criminal system today, right? It's even relevant in that today. The first part is you're more on it. All right, the first part is definitely more on it.
So, like, if a brother step on your shoes and you just blast him,
I'll take that too. That's even a more stupid reason.
The one you were just saying, but I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, sir, I remember hearing in class something about like if you let the knight set on something and you go back and do it for revenge, that you're wrong, sir.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Come on.
So like you taking matters into your own hand. Like you looking to deliver that vengeance. Like you out of the spirit, and with no authorization is
okay. You have to give me an example because a lot of how we operate as a people is in the right spirit. It's just it needs to be lined up right. You get me? Give me an example. Bukash?
Say of the
live on Facebook too.
Yeah, I think it went down, but it just come back up.
Both of them up on the side.
On that side? What are you trying to say? So we see that shit like.
Yeah, come.
All right, go ahead and be passive aggressive with me. You see what like if both of them up on this side over here. What are you trying to say? So the class should be this way then. This way. Say it to no Barack. I gave a chance. Shit, not today though. Not today. Both of them up on that side. That's good. That's good. I'll be on this side. Hey, go ahead, Doc.
So let's say if a brother cheats you and you confront him about it, and
somebody hold numbers 35 and 25 for me,
and the issue doesn't get resolved. Instead of you taking him to counsel, you wait for him and take him out.
Say that one more time. Say it again.
It's like if a brother cheats you and you confront him about that offense, and the situation doesn't get resolved then and there, instead of you going to take him to counsel, you lie and wait for him and take him out.
Yeah, that's murder. That is murder. The Bible don't have first degree, second degree, all that bullshit. That's because Esau is such a murderer. He has to categorize his murder. Right. It's like a person who likes to drink in here. Alcoholics. The brothers who like to drink, right? You have your beer one way, and you have the everyday scotch or liquor one way. Then you have good shit somewhere else. Why? Why are you separating it out like that?
To make yourself think that it's a difference in drinking.
No, but there's a difference. There's a beer that's $2, and then there's a drink that's $200. That's a huge difference, all right? Judah know what I'm talking about. Judah look like you know about a good drink. Come on, Judah.
I was going to say the price. How much it costs?
Which reflects what? The quality, right?
Well, sir.
I was gonna say the value.
The value. But okay, more than that is because you drink. It's different for like okay, let me get this example. Somebody who plays a basketball player. How many pairs of shoes he might have? Many, because he's a basketball player.
Right.
He has shoes for different courts. He has shoes for the hardwood. He has shoes for the professional hardwood and the shit in the Y.
Right.
Then he has the shoes for the, the pitch, the gravel, that whatever you call it.
Concrete.
The concrete or but the blacktop.
Right.
He has shoes for that shit. A brother who plays pickup games, how many shoes he has?
Right.
1, 2, 3 if he, well off.
Right.
Because he don't play that much.
Right.
White man has so much different degrees of murder.
Right.
Why?
They do it that much.
He was a murderer from the beginning. This nigga murders for a living. He murders to breathe. He murders to feel alive.
Right.
How many videos you all see where the white man get, a moose with the head big like this table, and then sit down there with the moose and start crying, and he gets an emotional fit from killing.
Right.
He gets an absolute emotional satisfaction. It's damn near like an orgasm for him.
Yeah.
He just there and he start crying and this is beautiful. Oh, and he, all right. And he posed with this thing right here.
Right.
Because he's a killer. He's a murderer. That's all he does.
Sure.
Listen, the white race is the only race that hunts for sport. They hunt for sport. It's not to eat. It's a lot of the so-called European society is for desire and want and not for need.
Yeah.
Why do people in America work out? Who knows?
To get a woman.
Gosh is like here to get some thoughts. To look good. That's all it is. Most people don't work out to get strong for self-defense.
Right.
Most people go to the gym. Why do you think there's mirrors?
Yeah, come on.
Why the hell are mirrors in a gym?
Right.
So you can see what?
So you can see yourself.
So wait, how Moses and them were seeing themselves? You get the point? It's if you're working out, you're working out. You have a coach who's training you for whatever. But America is the only society that works out not for defense. Works out for, because I want to wear this tight shit.
Right.
I want to look gay. I want to look like a slut when summer comes around.
Right.
Right? You're about, let this COVID pass and this riot stop. Your brother, the hoeing is going to be quadruple because they couldn't hoe from January.
Right.
You understand? All the hoeing in the world going on around about 1, 2 o'clock on Facebook on your live.
Yep.
You turn on, you scrolling on the live, you damn like, hold up, what? Booty everywhere. It's all over the live because the hoeing don't get suppressed.
Right.
This society, it perverts everything.
Right.
And he being that murderer from the beginning. Go ahead, Al.
So like this, sir. And going back to what you were saying, which is very heavy about the white man.
Somebody holding number 35, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Al.
Fighting for sports, sir. They're the only ones, like you said, that they make trophies out of. They will kill an animal, discard the whole body, just leave the head and have it stuffed and hanging from a wall as a trophy, sir.
Exactly. And the animal is going to waste. There's nothing there. They're not eating it. Most of the animals they hunt is unlawful any goddamn way. So what is you taking it for? You get the point? Remember, this is the same animal that hunted the buffalo that into damn near extinction. Because why? He wanted to kill all the Native American people. You get the point? He is a mass murderer. You cannot kill like him.
Right.
And if our people would understand that fact, brother, we would not march.
Right.
Now, I'm not knocking anybody who is. I understand the level of anger that could overtake you seeing what you just saw 2 weeks ago or last week. I understand the level of emotion that comes and you feel you need to get out there and do something. But if you could see what this devil really is, you will not play with him. You understand? Right. Only because of what Facebook we see in some of the things them riot cops is doing to black people.
Right.
You understand? You also who saw the rubber bullet shootings? Anybody saw them rubber bullet shootings? You saw the little girl, some 13-year-old girl. They got marching in California. Blame her parents and her big brother and whoever. Keep the broad in the damn house, man. What is she there to do? A march? Who marches?
Soldiers.
An army.
Right.
That's what we see. Everything in America is perverted.
Right.
A march is done by a military.
Right.
You marching, it's a sign of war. It's like marching troops down to your gates.
Right.
What you here for? You see it in all them old movies and historic movies. They march somebody down to and line up and they're there. What do you think we're there for? To show?
Right.
No, we're not here to show. But it's the same vagina-fied culture, excuse my language, there's no disrespect, but it's the same soft culture that America has that it translates into that nonsense.
Right.
It's the same thing. You're working out to look good. You're not working out for health.
Right.
You understand? Because if you was working out for health, what would you not do?
Eat the way you eat.
Well, beyond that,
Sloppy. Smoke cigarettes.
you won't get high.
Right.
Half them niggas in the gym is weed heads.
Right.
Half them women in the gym is molly poppers.
Right.
You wouldn't get high if you really cared about your goddamn health.
Right.
You would not get high. You get the point?
Right.
So that has nothing. This gym has nothing to do with health. Instagram is a multi-million-dollar company, billion-dollar company, because of the gym culture being for show and not for health.
Right.
You get the point? If everybody's so healthy, then you know what you doing on Instagram. Right. It's not about health. It's not about health. And it's the same thing. This marching is not about what?
Justice, sir.
Raise your hand.
The marching is not about going to war.
It's not about going to war. Give him a hand. You and you. This march that they're doing here has nothing to do with war.
Right.
Which is why are you marching? That's why the riot squad is out there. That's the kingdom you marching against. That's their defense. And if you're not there for war, you in the wrong party, homie.
Right.
Who you know around here, cuz? What you doing here?
Right.
And then the rubber bullet attacks come.
Right.
Y'all saw the picture with the little girl, right? The little girl eye, she lost one of them eyes. There's another one that's heartbreaking. The little Hispanic brother on the hill. Y'all saw that? Brother, listen now. The brother is standing up on a hill under a tree. You just see him like fall into the earth. I'm shit you not like fall back, blow off his feet. He just like fell into his feet. When they came up on him, brother, this whole piece here is blown back, open from a rubber bullet. He's still alive. They say he in so much pain. And I wonder whether either it can't be a rubber bullet or they're not supposed to shoot people in the head with that shit. But either way, them devils and who out there in that riot squad and the National Guard and the police and the reserves, they're there for war. Right. What are you here for? Right. What are you here for? No justice, no peace? Right. What are you here for? To beg the military to kneel with you like stupid old Kiki Palmer, big mouth old broad from the West Coast? Shut your mouth and go home. Right. Go home and cook something for some soldiers who could march and stand on the front line. That's right. You begging some devil saying, you are our protector. You are our protector. He was a murderer from the beginning, woman. Right. That's who he is. Right. That's who you marching with and against. Right. That's who you side by side with and against. And people don't get that. Okay. It's marching on a city or marching through the streets is no different than we gonna slide on them, clip up. We riding on them. That's what it is. Right. It's a show of force.
So like I said, what you're saying is absolutely heavy. Even in the National Guard and the tactics, that's why they move the way they do, where they move in formation in a line. They're taking ground because it's not them enforcing laws. It's them now in warfare.
This is not about law.
Right.
This is after law.
Exactly.
This is because somebody's not keeping the law.
Exactly.
Or my law or whoever is in power, and they march, and not just with formation, they march with a certain amount of aggression.
Okay.
The way how they clasp the shields together loudly,
right,
and do certain things loudly, everything is a deterrent.
Right.
And if you still not deterred, well then who can't hear will feel. Now, what I'm saying is not to justify what these murderers are doing. I'm saying this to explain to you what you're doing when you send your woman out there or your little child out there for the experience.
Right.
or you take your simple behind out there and join in hand with your oppressor. You don't understand. A soldier's march. If you're not a soldier, get out the street or go find a general to be a soldier under.
That's right.
But you can't be marching aimless in these streets and wonder why these damn devils cracking his skull. Man, because I saw a video today. There's a convertible with the top down in Philly, and 8 cops surround the damn thing and beating everybody in there with not the nightstick, not the extendable one, the old school wooden batter. The old school one. I mean, cracking everybody in the car, brother. So much so the driver can't even move. Cracking them open.
Right.
Like, what you doing out there? No justice. What you doing out there?
Right.
Are you there for war? You're not. Every marcher will say, we're not here for that. You all already told us that in Minnesota. Right. When Kodash made the devil kiss his boots. Right. You'll say, we're not here for that. Well, if you're not here for that, go home.
Right.
Because we here for that.
That's right.
The UPK is here for that.
That's right.
We have what? Every weekend. What is it called?
Camp.
Who camps? A military sets up camp.
That's right.
Soldiers set up camp.
Right.
You don't know about warfare.
That's
Sit
right.
your ass home. Go bang your tambourine.
That's right.
And I'm not saying this to say we don't have a right to be angry. I'm not saying this to say to shit on the march. That's not what I'm saying. You're endangering your life and you expect these people to care about it.
Right.
They're not going to. They see it as warfare. And that's why they do what they do to us. They've been doing that to us. It's that the camera's picking it up right now. Before we wasn't even wise to it. So now you've seen all this going on. I'm starting to wonder about the Watts riots, the LA riots, all them riots that ended up in fires. I'm kind of wondering now. I mean, Tulsa, Oklahoma should have told us the white man burns down our stores. Tulsa, Oklahoma should have told us white people burn down stores. That's not what we do.
Right.
But we fall for the narrative all through history. And that's the earliest recording of our stores being burned down, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Right.
And now we're in the latest recording of it, and it's still white people. If the beginning and the end is it, I got to say the middle is them too. So you have to know what you're really doing out there, or else you shouldn't be out there.
Right.
Or your third option is come find Commander John YAHANNA and learn how to be a soldier.
Right.
You understand? Learn how to be a right soldier.
Right.
You understand? With tactics and strategy and discipline and formation and repercussions.
That's right.
You get the point? Repercussions is absolutely important. It's absolutely imperative. Who are the hand? Go ahead.
So, yes, sir. It almost sounds like the law enforcement, cops, whatever you want to call them, the military, is letting you know the Bloods don't run these streets, the Crips don't run these streets, the Dopers don't run these streets. We run these streets when we want to run them. And the minute you got our line, we're going to spank them.
That's it. That's how it is. That's exactly what it is. Boy, I want to show the video of the little boy. Oh boy. That brother life has changed forever. One of y'all might see it here. His life is absolutely changed forever.
It's clear where you got it at, too, sir.
It's
clear where you got it at.
Don't nobody text me right now. So the whole nation didn't see this thing. All right. Well, look at that hole in that boy head.
Police brutality. Okay, I'm not sure I can say.
He has a hole. You see the hole? This is a good night. Now this is the shot. He's up under the, oh boy, the glare on this thing. Let me see if I can take it down a little. He's on this side of the phone, up under the tree. I don't know if you're seeing him. He's standing up in the blue shirt. You see how he collapsed? He's standing up in the blue shirt. Just now you're gonna see it again. Then he falls. That's the shot.
Go on, damn, sir.
All right, but he just fall in. Now, brother, what is he doing that requires a rubber bullet? Nothing.
Right.
Absolutely nothing. Now, without these cameras, we would not know these things happen, right?
Okay.
Without these cameras, the average person who wants to take up arms and attack this empire, what are they attacking this empire for? Give me some things.
Equality.
Equality. Power.
Well, pay.
Pay.
Equal pay for women and whatnot.
You have some shelter. Ain't no sweater. I think I'm too wild now. Too wild. Okay, I ain't getting in contact with him yet, but I'll try him after class, dude. No, ain't no sweat. But if you hear anything for sure, let me know. But I'm gonna try him after the class. All right, no sweat. You have some shelter. Yeah, go ahead.
Salam, to be seen as a human being.
Okay, those are ideals, and those really are white ideals.
Right.
The average person who comes to us, the average brother who say, y'all need to go attack the government, what do they want to do it for?
Revenge.
Revenge for what?
Well, us being in the condition that we in.
Okay, so give me some examples, some incidents.
Revenge for the police brutality, the murders of George Floyd.
Rodney
King, Emmett Till.
What about this brother here who just got shot?
Right.
Is there revenge for him? Without that camera, we wouldn't know. Right? If it wasn't for Instagram, we wouldn't see the little 13-year-old girl with a hole in her head and her eye looking like she was just in a 13-round fight with Tyson.
Right.
Her eye is black. I mean, not blue. And I'm talking about the eyelid. Her eye is open arc.
Right.
And the ball is swollen out and black. I don't think she getting sight back in that eye. Right? If it wasn't for the cameras, we wouldn't see that. So just think about what you're really going to exact revenge for is probably about 25%. You don't even know what this devil is really doing to people.
Right.
You don't have no clue. And this is in the streets. What is he doing in the prisons? What is they doing in the hospitals? What have they been doing? What are they doing in your schools? And you think you can go get revenge? You can't get revenge. Whatever you think is enough is not enough.
Right.
Whatever you think is good and that's enough and we get paid back and we even now, it's not enough.
Right.
It's absolutely not enough. And you are going to have a cut card.
Right.
Because if you can't even just take a devil kiss in our boots, you surely can't exact justice.
Right.
You surely can't say, well, you know what, we find you guilty. Your sentence is a lifetime away from your children.
Right.
Put the child in a box and ship him. You're going to say, no, let me take care of the child. That's what you're going to say. Go ahead.
So like whenever you get a chance, there's a question on YouTube.
So what, young man?
So like yes, sir. And what you're saying is just so heavy because think about what the oppressor is doing right now, and they know the technology is going on, and they know there are cameras everywhere. Imagine 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, what they were doing and got away with when they were emboldened because it was their word against a black or Hispanic or Native American.
Listen, that's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make to you.
Right.
Like, there's no way if we will outnumber them and outgun them, whatever we could do is not enough. I'm telling you straight up and down.
Okay.
Jeremy Hyman brought it out a few weeks ago with Reese something. What's her name? Reese Taylor. You know this Reese Taylor story? Reese Taylor was a young sister. She got gang raped on the way back from church. Car with white boys pulled up to her. It was her husband, and her sister-in-law, I believe. I think they ran first. The car circled back around. Then she tried to run off the street. That's the picture right there. Give me it. So like the sidebar. You know, so there's a young girl. The shit looking like a damn Halloween makeup shit. She got hit in her head with a rubber bullet. Whoever that cop need death from the Lord. Need biblical death. Whoever shot her with that rubber bullet, but whoever let her go out there, shame on you. Shame on you for not understanding who the enemy is. You're sick. You're sick to let a kid go out there. You understand? You're sick for that. And there's the same thing with this Reese Taylor. They pulled up she ran out the street. She came to this fence. She couldn't run no more. them white boys surrounded her. The man told her, don't fight, just give it. And then they ran and left her. She was gang raped. I think it was 5 devils. They raped her. And I think the medical reports say they played in her after so that she couldn't have no children, meaning they pushed whatever up in the sister, did whatever, put whatever could fit.
Right.
Now, how much people know about that? And that's where Rosa Parks, I believe, she helped her. She was the lawyer who helped her. And they don't tell the story about that after.
Right.
Now, before the general brought that out, how much people knew about that? But that wasn't on your revenge list, though.
Right.
So then she doesn't get justice. The only person who can get justice against this devil for what he did to us is the Lord.
Right.
The Lord can bring righteous indignation to him. The scriptures say, give me Jeremiah 16. Give me Jeremiah 16 and 6. Hold on. Give me hide away a little while for his indignation. Indignation, a little while. Hide in the chambers. Hold on, not the Jeremiah. Isaiah 26 and 20. All right, and then we'll get Numbers 35 and I think 26. 35 and 25. We're going to start there, all right? We might have to start before. Give me Isaiah 26 and 20, all right? Questions in the room, we're going to come back. We're going to come to it, all right? Come on, quickly, let's go, let's go.
Isaiah chapter 26 and
26 and 10?
26 and 10. Okay.
26 and 20.
26 and 20. Okay, sorry. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed.
What does that say? Read it one more time.
Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed.
What?
Saying it's telling Israel to hide away, because it's sort of like when the death angel came in Egypt, hide yourself away, get yourself out the street, because what the Most High is going to do is going to take everybody out.
It's similar to that.
It's just when we going up in the chariots for the Lord to destroy this place.
That's it.
He's saying right there that we should be getting ready. When the Most High comes, we should be ready to go to war with him.
Well, this one is not the war part.
Okay.
Let me tell you what this one is. Think about the most gory movie you ever seen. You know what gore is?
Yeah,
Like unnecessary blood and guts. Like for what reason?
right.
Them gothic white boy horror movies be like that. Just blood and guts and intestines everywhere for no apparent reason. To the point where it's like, I can't even watch this no more. Right? And you have the option to do what? Change the TV.
Right.
According to the Bible, brother, when Christ rode through, even us are going to not be able to look at what he's doing on this earth.
Right.
It's going to scare. It's going to be scary.
Right.
And he said, hide away in these chambers for a little while until the indignation passes.
Right.
I don't know if you understand. The Bible says the blood will reach the horses' bridles. That's in Revelations. You all know about that?
Yeah, sir.
Yo, man, you know about it? You heard that before?
Yeah.
The blood, you know how tall a horse is, right? A horse is about 7-8 feet tall.
Yeah.
The blood will reach the bridle of the horses, that thing around the mouth. That's how much killing is going to be done, huh?
That's right.
And it's nothing you're going to be ever see before. Right? Give me, hold on, give me this here, and then we go to Numbers, right? Give me taste of death. Matthew 16 and 28. All right. Give me Matthew 16 and 28.
The book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 28. Verily I say unto you,
27.
will come. Verse 27. For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works.
All right. So Christ is returning with the glory from the Most High power. All right. And he is going to do what?
He reward every man according to his works.
He will reward every man according to his works. Every man, he's going to reward him according to your works.
That's right.
Read.
Verse 28. Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom.
What the hell does that mean? Don't if you nah, I ain't gonna get because you're not gonna break this one. What did you learn this meant in the Christian church? Read it one more time.
From 27, sir.
28.
Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom.
All right, come on.
In the church, we was taught you that you won't die.
The church sees this and thinks Christ is saying, some of y'all standing here will never die till I come back.
Right.
And the Roman Catholic Church, they believe that they are, I think the centurion who stabbed him, they believe he's still alive now, walking around full of guilt for stabbing him. Right? They believe he's alive. That's what all the movies is made of. The Da Vinci Code and this code.
Yeah,
they believe there are men who was there when Christ was crucified, who did not die because this scripture says, Christ said, some of you standing here today will not taste death till I come back, meaning you're going to live forever. And he sort of fantasized with these movies and stuff about, imagine never being able to die and seeing all this pain. And you marry somebody and you watch them die. And you're going to marry somebody and know you're going to live and they're going to die. It comes from the scripture. What is Christ really saying?
He's saying, meaning you will be able to have revenge when Christ comes back.
That's true. It's a little bit more. It's a little bit more. Yeah, I'm try it.
Salakia, I thought this was saying, I thought it was speaking about the enemies. Like he preserved them. They get to see their people die. Then when Christ return, that's when they're gonna die.
That's what the church teaches. The church teaches that his enemies, they are not going to die. They're gonna stay alive until he comes back.
Right.
That's not what he's saying here.
Is he saying that the end times, the times now, that there's going to be some people that are going to witness Christ come back and do what he do?
What I mean, somebody got to witness him. He a Judaizer now. He ain't coming back for nobody. You know what I mean? He ain't opening a show with one nigga in the audience. That should either be sell out or we canceling it. Get them niggas their money back. I ain't performing for 38 niggas. What do you mean?
So like
I say that without fuck with me. Go ahead.
It's like I said, just saying that Christ is coming back to do a lot of killing. A lot of killing.
Yes, that's what it's saying.
Come on.
If I say to you, what's your favorite drink? What's your favorite drink? Come on, Judah. What's your favorite drink?
All of them.
Oh, what's your favorite drink? Come on now. You're not really a drinker. Hennessy. I ain't gonna knock the Hennessy crew. I feel you all might riot me if I knock the Hennessy. Barack, what's your favorite drink, guy?
I'm gonna go with the LaFrog.
The LaFrog, right? So you have LaFrog, and a brother comes with, give me a real bullshit drink that's just
E&J.
Ian. Anyway, I naming no drinks because we all brothers. If you got E&J, I'm gonna drink E&J. If you got Everclear, I'm drinking that too. I'm drinking gas if you want. I'm drinking diesel. All right. So imagine a brother comes with a drink that's lower caliber than LaFrog, right?
Right.
And he says, "Sir, this drink is bad as shit." And he's like, "This is good." I say, "But brother, you haven't even tasted alcohol yet till you got what I got."
That's right.
That's what Christ is saying.
Right.
I mean, what if I say that about the alcohol? What am I saying?
Like this the stuff that I got is like what you about to see right here. This is off the chain.
Like it's like saying, "Come on, bro."
So like as far as the killing, like you thought you seen some ruthless, hardcore killing. Wait till I step on the scene.
That's a Judaizer.
Yeah.
He's telling you, he's like, "Oh wait, hold on. Y'all impressed by these Romans?
Yeah.
Some of y'all ain't taste death till I come back.
Right.
When I come back, you're gonna see some death, brother.
Right.
When I come back, you're gonna see some bloodshed. Oh, this crucifixion, this horrific. I got you. You know that. Oh, how say it? How New York niggas say that's how you feel. That's how you feel. It's like that. Christ is saying, when I come back, you're gonna see some killing now.
Right.
You're gonna see killing that you've never seen before, and you may never see again.
Right.
I'm going to make a spectacle of the bloodshed of these people. And rightfully so.
That's right.
Because they're a nation of murderers.
Okay.
They're a nation of criminals and thieves and liars. They are devils.
That's right.
And Christ needs to do it. I know how much channels we're going to have after this class because they're going to flag them all. But you're the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
And Christ is going to bathe this earth in blood. Is going to be glorious.
That's right.
I'm going to be fighting to see. I hope I ain't get pushed. Going back in there, nigga, you ain't want to see none of this shit. You're going to get traumatized.
Right.
I want trauma. But I like trauma. You know, like little kids, you don't like this. This is too bitter. I like bitter, nigga. Come on.
My grandmother, before she died, she always told us we should be ready when Jesus Christ comes back to be by his side.
Mm.
You know, the Most High, we should be already getting ready for war. When the Most High comes, we should be ready to stand by the Most High.
Listen, a lot of old school people, even though they was in a Christian church, their understanding is different than your typical Christian.
That's right.
Now you have the old school coons though.
Yeah.
But a lot of old school people, their understanding is different. But you need to have a nation to exercise that spirit of war. And even though you had that in you, if your nation is not like that, you're going to be throwing stones by yourself.
Right.
You're going to be acting by yourself, and it's like a waste of flesh. It's like, I'm alone going to do this. You get the point? And that was absolutely right. We're gonna have to be ready. But in this case here, this killing is not going to be us.
Right.
This is him, brother, because he wants revenge for everything we do not know about.
That's right.
And that's what we don't know in this earth. Could fill a whole new planet.
Right.
I had an older brother used to try to disrespect my intelligence when I was young. Slap him today and slap. So what you don't know could fill a whole planet. I'm like, what the fuck? It's a lot. Go ahead.
I just think with everything going on with all the killing and stuff like that with George Floyd, if they doing that, we should be getting ready for the Most High. That's what we should be getting ready to go to war with.
That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're doing right now. Yeah. And listen, just since the brother brought that point out, then we get to numbers, all right? Since the brother brought that point out, give me Luke 12 and 49. Quickly. All right. You read it, young man, if you have it. Luke 12 and 49. Let the young man read it. Luke chapter 12 and verse 49, all right? Then we get back to Numbers 35 and whatever questions we have after, okay? You found it out? There's no sweat. Go ahead. Doesn't read it nice and loud, all right?
Okay, this is 49. I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already killed?
What does that mean? Read it one more time. Nice and loud.
I am come to send fire on the earth.
Right.
And what will I if it be already killed?
Right. I am come to set fire on the earth. And what would I if it be already kindled? What that's written in red. What is Christ saying?
So like you, sir, I think he's saying that if I'm coming to set fire, while I come to set it, it's already full of blaze.
Say that last part again.
It was already at its peak. Why would I come to set it if it's already at its peak?
You almost was there. You almost was there. It's old English, it's hard to understand. It sounds like it's saying that, but that's not what it's saying.
Meaning, Christ is saying, meaning he wants us to start preparing for him to come and destroy this place.
You answered it. I will deliver it home, but you answered it. Anybody else? And behold, I've come to set a fire on the earth. Right? Where we at? 40 what? 49? I'm come to set fire on the earth. And what will I if it be already kindled?
Like it would be a good sight for Christ to see that we was already getting it in.
He's saying, I'm coming to burn this kingdom down.
Right.
But oh boy, how will it be if I'm riding?
That's right.
Just think about you going to, just think about anything. Somebody harm your family and you call all your brother and cousin and you're going to roll on that city or that block or that house where the person who harmed the family living.
Right.
And as you get there, more family members is already there running. You're gonna be like, hold up, nigga.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like,
Yeah.
you're gonna be more hype.
Yeah.
He is saying, I'm come to set fire to this kingdom.
Right.
What if it's already burning?
Right.
Now, for the dummies out there, this is not licensed to go burn, light fire to a building.
Right.
That doesn't destroy the kingdom. What is he talking about?
Getting Esau to bow down and kiss your boots.
Yes, you on. That crystallizes it. But it's talk. Our war is not against.
God, this.
Yeah, I know. Just quick, bro. You have Jacob Lamar.
Bless your blood, sir.
Our fight is not against flesh and blood, but look at Barack. Like, what's up? But
Spiritual wickedness
and principalities in high places.
That's right.
The fire we set in is the campsite.
Right.
When we go out and speak, we're burning this kingdom down.
That's right.
Because now we're waking people up. This kingdom is getting set on fire in the spirit by brothers not celebrating Christmas no more.
That's right.
By brothers not going back to jail. Imagine that. Listen, the police in places like New York, Baltimore, LA, during the coronavirus was randomly picking people to arrest because there was nobody to arrest. What is that telling you, Ak? Without us doing anything, there would be no need for them bastards.
That's right.
And they would just be regular thugs that would get arrested because they're lawless.
Right.
They're an absolute lawless people.
Okay.
When we speak, Ak, when we go out there and speak, hold on, give me another precept. Come on.
Okay, could you use Jeremiah 28:8?
Give me that after. Give me Revelations 11:3, quickly. 11:3, 11:8. Hold Jeremiah 28:8, all right? Then we come back to Numbers. All right? Go ahead.
Revelations 11:3, sir.
Let me hear 3.
And I will give power.
Yes.
Revelations 11:3. And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses. And they shall prophesy 1,000, 2,000, and 60 days, clothed in sackcloth.
Right? He gonna give power to his 2 witnesses, which is what? The house of Judah and the house of Israel.
That's right.
Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, and his fellows.
Right.
To prophesy.
That's right.
And they're gonna prophesy for a time and a long time again. Keep reading.
4. These are the 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks standing before thy God of the earth.
Right? These are the 2 olive trees, the candlesticks. Meaning what? The house of Israel and the house of Judah. Keep reading.
5. And if any man will hunt them.
Read it one more time.
And if any man will hurt them. 5.
What?
Fire.
What?
Proceed.
What?
Fire.
What?
Fire.
What?
Fire.
Go ahead.
That's right.
Proceedeth out of their mouth and devour their enemies.
Brother, never take speaking for granted.
That's right.
Never take that shit for granted.
That's right.
It's a fool's weapon, but it works though.
That's right.
It works. You understand? The scriptures say, with the foolishness of preaching will I deliver my people.
That's
nothing else. Never take that shit for granted, Ak. Some fool would rather go march and hold hands and hug the police chief and take a knee and pray over some damn bastard cop, some racist devil, or be like dumb Kiki Palmer and go beg some, some multi-murderer in fatigues to march with her and say he's her protector.
Right.
When that damn devil in Iraq, he ain't thinking about your black ass dummy.
Right.
When he firing them bullets, he thinking about his old skinny blonde-haired woman and that rat baby bastard he making.
Right.
That's who he thinking about. He ain't thinking about your dumb black ass.
Right.
Talking about you're our protector. They're not there for you.
Right.
And then he had to turn around and say, no, I'm here to protect these buildings. that should say something to you, black woman.
That's right.
Buildings, brick and mortar is better than you. That's what the white man thinks of you.
Right.
That's what that soldier told him.
That's right.
I'm here to protect these buildings because you're too dumb to understand this is war. The scriptures say fire proceed from their mouth and will devour their enemies.
That's right.
I'm come to set a fire. What if it's already kindled?
That's right.
Imagine Christ returns, brother, and Israel is standing up, blazing on this devil.
Right.
He's going to light this place up like something you never saw.
So,
Light it up. The military men like to, they always like to say, light them up and get excited. You ain't seen lights yet, huh?
right.
You ain't seen no fire yet. You ain't seen that shit yet.
Right.
Slow down. Hold up, Brad. Slow down, Kevin. You ain't seen fire yet.
Right.
Talking about light them up. Christ's gonna burn this kingdom down.
That's right.
He's going to burn it down. It's going to be glorious. And it's worth not getting high anymore.
That's right.
It's worth not going in the strip club no more.
Right.
It's worth missing the next birthday and every birthday after that. It's worth not having sex with sluts.
That's
it's
right.
worth stop being a goddamn slut and a damn lesbian. It's worth no more abortions.
That's right.
It's worth it. I guarantee you, brother, you're going to get to see them fry. All them old devils fry like a frying pan. You're going to get to see them fry.
That's right.
You're going to get to see them cry and ball out and scream and plead. You're going to get to see them fight and say, "No, this is bullshit. This is bullshit." You're going to get to see them do all that and get laid out, and not just laid out like shut, brother. I mean laid out, opened up, brother. Imagine getting opened up, and Lord could keep you alive.
Yeah.
Lord could keep you alive in some pain, brother. Like the death that's coming to them, I wouldn't waste my time going out there to march. But once again, I'm not shitting on anybody who feel they ought to go march right now.
Right.
Go do your thing. You're frustrated and you don't know no better. Just understand, you'll still be marching if you don't come to the ISUPK.
Right.
You're going to march tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. You're going to march every year until Christ come back, until you join an army. You like marching, go join an army.
Right.
You get the point?
Right.
Go join an army. If you're not going to do that, then why you march? Why do it?
Right.
You like playing ball. You like buying all the, Under Armour and every new Jordan and everything. Like you a ball player, but you don't play no ball. So why are you buying all of that?
Oh, God.
Go play ball or stop buying this shit.
Right.
You get the point?
Oh,
I'm just trying to redirect my people according to the law.
that's right.
Just redirect them. I'm not trying to throw water on the fire that's in you. I'm trying to redirect it so you'll be more impactful.
Right.
You get the point? To focus our people in, because our people don't understand this devil, brother. There's another picture. You can find it. This devil shot this sister in her face, close range, with a gas launcher. Hit her straight in her eye. Eye blow all the way up. They say she might lose sight in her eye. Now you telling me you are aiming at that person's eye at this point. You get the point? You're aiming at their eye. I don't care what you say is going on. You ain't got no right to put no hands on nobody. You have absolutely no right to put no hands on nobody, because y'all are murderers and y'all don't put your hands on yourselves. Y'all are absolute murderers and you enjoy it. When Christ comes back, brother, he's going to destroy this place, all right? Give me Numbers 35.
So I had Jeremiah 28.
Please, go
Go
ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. You
understand? This is the profession we descend from.
That's right.
This is our lineage. This is our glory.
Right.
The men who held these offices before prophesied against what?
Prophesied, Salakia, both against many countries and against great kingdoms.
Right. They prophesied, our forefathers in the spirit and in the flesh.
Right.
Prophesied both against many countries and the kingdoms.
Right.
So when you hear us saying God going to destroy America, that's what Jeremiah did.
Right.
That's what Isaiah did. That's what Ezekiel did in your Bible that you go to church every Sunday. Where Creflo going to come and say, God loves America, and if God destroys America, if Jesus destroys America, he had to apologize to God or some shit like that.
Right.
Some dumb old slick pimp shit.
Right.
The Lord might skin you alive, Creflo. You better watch yourself.
Right.
You better watch yourself for all that filth you be telling black people and stupid black women. You get the point? Like the men who held these ranks before prophesied against kingdoms and countries.
Right.
Of what?
Of war.
Of war. And that's what we prophesy.
Right.
of war. War is coming. Third World War. War is coming. It's coming to this place.
That's right.
You all are going into the Third World War, and you all are going to die there.
Right.
You all are going to be destroyed. You are going to be consumed. Thus saith the Lord.
That's right.
That's a good. You could take that to the bank, Jack. You could take that to the bank.
Right.
That check ain't bouncing. War is coming.
That's right.
And not that little lamb slaughter, that shooting fish in a bowl y'all doing in the street war. Y'all at war with us, and we don't even know we at war with y'all.
Right.
That ain't no war. I'm talking about, IDs.
Right.
I'm talking about them little Arab girls coming there. Hey, autograph. Boom! Boom! Your leg gone one way.
That's right.
And you there bleeding out writing Jenny. Give this to Jenny, will you? No, nigga. Jenny's dead too. That's what's coming to you.
That's right.
Wars, go ahead.
And of evil.
And of evil. Evil, plagues, terrorism.
Right.
It's coming to this place. Go ahead.
And of pestilence.
And of pestilence. Famine. I didn't read the article. I don't know how true it is. That they declare another strain of Ebola coming out of the Congo.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Back to back. Huh?
I seen that.
You seen it too? I thought it was old. Nah, they say this thing is new. A brand new Ebola coming out of the Congo.
Right.
Where all you original African Asiatic man? Where you all at? Where your sisters who I want me an original man. Well, you will get a side of Ebola with that original man. Get some Ebola on them French fries with that original man you got. And stay over there and die with him too.
Right.
Pestilence is coming to this place, huh? This place is going down, and don't help her.
Right.
Don't help her. Don't try to save her. Don't try to make peace with her. Seek not her peace. Salaki, you're gonna make me pull other precepts and never get to numbers. Give me first Ezra to the Apocrypha, chapter 8. Give me first Ezra. I think this is needed, huh? Seek not their peace. Give me first Ezra chapter 8. What I want? Give me verse 70. First Ezra 8 and 70. Let me see if that's it. Check somewhere.
It might be something like that in Deuteronomy 2, sir.
Seek not their peace.
Deuteronomy 23 and 6.
Let me hear it.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 6. Thou shalt not seek their peace, nor their prosperity all thy days forever.
That'll work. Let me hear that again.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 6. Thou shalt not seek their peace, nor their prosperity all thy days forever.
Right? Thou shalt not seek their peace or their prosperity all their days forever. Give me first Ezra 8 and 85. Right, that's a good one too, but the one I want was Ezra's, all right?
First Ezra, chapter 8, verse 85. Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
Read it again.
Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
We shall overcome. Right? All lives matter. Now you all see why we were saying all lives matter was bullshit a few years ago when Michael Brown died. They wanted to damn near kill us in DC. We speaking, they marching, and they with white people. We telling them why the hell y'all with them? All lives can't matter. You racist, you did. Now here you are 4 years later. Look at you. Look at you all now. If you had only listened back then, maybe George Floyd would have been alive.
Exactly.
Maybe. All right, read again.
Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
Go ahead.
That ye may be strong.
That ye may be what?
That ye may be strong.
That ye may be what?
That ye may be strong.
So what does the scripture say?
Seeking peace with them makes us weak.
It makes us weak. Integration makes us weak.
That's right.
Seeking the acceptance makes us weaker.
That's right.
It makes us weak. The other nations are not seeking peace with this place.
Right.
You think them Ethiopians love this place? Them East Indians, them Chinese, they don't love this place. They don't love this place.
Right.
And they're not seeking peace with it. Come on.
If I make sure they don't even take the time out to come here and learn English, that's how much they don't seek to.
For what?
For peace. Right.
For what? Money don't got language.
Right.
$5 is $5 anyway.
Right.
How much is this?
5.
I don't got to talk to you.
Right.
For that shit. Read it again.
Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
Sometimes.
Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
If they say sorry.
Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with
What
them.
about if they march and they throw a brick that I always wanted to throw?
Moreover,
They come and they threw that brick and it's like, this is for George, buddy.
moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
You never seek to have peace.
That's right.
Ever with them. I don't care. I don't even want you here.
Right.
Why are you here? Like, what kind of insensitive animal would you be to be the murderer and then come gentrify the march?
Right.
The march is now gentrified, huh? Do you see that the march is fully gentrified?
Right.
It's damn near you can't be black and protest now, but the cops will whoop your ass.
Right.
But then white people can do whatever they want in the march.
Right.
That's gentrification.
Right.
They come in the neighborhood, you can't be there 2 o'clock in the morning on the street.
Right.
But some white woman jogging 3 in the morning. Hey, how you doing? Going down is in the little poodle, right? Watch the thing. They do that to the march. Imagine that shit. They done took over the march.
Right.
That's because we seek peace with them. Come on.
I seen a video. It was this video that it was Newcastle. They were showing how protesters were coming to loot this gold store, and the owners of the gold
I saw that, boy. I saw that. Go ahead, tell them about it. Listen, when I saw it, I was like, they're gonna get locked up. And I'm gonna want to feel sorry for them, and I'm gonna scream at the damn phone. And brother, I was screaming at the goddamn phone. Go ahead.
So it was the owners of the store. They were armed and they were out in front.
And what nationality was the owners?
The owners were white.
They were non-black. They look kind of Arab to me, but they was for sure not brothers. Go ahead.
And there were some jakes out there.
No, let me make one correction. You said it was a store that sells gold. That's what the reporter said. That was a liquor store. And Jake wanted to buy a drink. They was there just to buy a drink. The owners of the store were saying, nah, you can't come in because they're thinking it's a setup to get looted.
Right.
They don't want to sell to nobody. So they was out there with shotguns. This was in California. The reporter saying they're trying to rob is a gold store. There was no gold in that store. It was a liquor store. Continue. Go ahead. And Slacky, anybody know which news station it was? Take a guess.
Fox.
Fox. FM Fox.
Right.
Go ahead.
And then it was 2 or 3 cars that pulled up, and some protesters came out, and they were all Jakes. And the owners of the store, including the other 3 Jakes, were trying to defend the store. They were defending the store. Let me paint the picture too. They were not defending nothing.
Right.
Them brothers came out and wanted to buy a drink.
Right.
Because I'm looking at it. If they wanted to loot the store, they'd start throwing shit.
Right.
They'd start breaking shit. They'd drive the car right up on them with them shotguns. Them brothers wasn't trying to loot nothing. They come, I'm home. It's COVID. They know where to go.
Right.
Liquor stores making mad money right now. They was really trying to get a drink. Notice the cars that they say was on the other side, it wasn't a whole ton of niggas came out. It was like 2 or 3 niggas came out from there. But the reporter says, yeah, there's a mass of them around the corner. They're trying to loot. That ain't what was going on. But anyway, go ahead.
So there was police that was down the block. The police, they were doing something. They came back around, and the reporter flagged them down, saying there's looters out here. The police circled around, came back around.
And while she flagged them down, the supposed looters just standing up there waiting like, we ready to go in the store.
Right.
Go ahead.
As soon as they got out the car, they saw us standing out there, and they put us against the wall and put us in cuffs.
And not everybody. There was 3 people who was on the side of the store owners telling the other brothers leave. An older brother, older sister, and another person. The cops just running all 3 of them and smashing them against the wall. Now I'm looking for the business owners. You saw what they did with the business owners?
They went inside and closed the door.
They told them go in there and shut the door.
Wow. With
their guns. And then the sister who was there trying to tell the other brothers just leave these store owners alone, she got arrested. And then the cameraman is telling the cops that's not them. But the reporter is like, no, forget them. Look, the looters is over there. So she really mean arrest them, but more niggas is over there. Fox just did that for a whole story and saying they're trying to loot the store. They wasn't trying to loot shit. I don't believe none of that. Don't believe nothing what comes out of the goddamn white man's mouth. He is the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
But she got locked up because she doesn't know the white man is the devil.
That's right.
If I see a Fox Band reporting somewhere, brother, unless there's an interview about who are you and what do you do, listen, they're going to lie. Go the other way.
Right.
You see a bunch of white people somewhere, what you going to protest and join with them for?
Right.
Go the other way. So why can't the protest be segregated? Why can't it be segregated? I don't get it.
Right.
When you all was protesting the Confederate statues down Charleston, your white people was driving cars into the protest, killing people. Why would you want them near to you?
Right.
Why? Let the thing be segregated, man. Read scripture again.
Kawakah. 1 Esdras chapter 8, verse 85. Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
Go ahead.
That ye may be strong and eat the good things of the land.
That you will be strong and eat the good things of the land. Are we eating the good things of the land? Yeah, because we sought their peace.
Right.
And having peace with them means we eat trash.
Right.
It means we have underlying, what do they call it? Underlying what?
Pre-existing conditions.
Pre-existing conditions.
Right.
That's because we sought their peace.
Kawakah.
We could have not had pre-existing conditions and been at war with them, like the Chinese.
Right.
Right? Like the East Indian.
Kawakah.
Imagine an Ethiopian, a Somalian, a Mogadishuan coming over here, and he ain't dying from the coronavirus like us. A nigga who 10 years ago used to have flies on his damn eyelids. And a vulture there looking at the time. Nigga, you ain't dead yet, so I could pick your bones, you skinny bastard.
Right.
Now he is here, eating better than us.
Right.
Imagine that. Because of Martin Luther King.
Right.
Because of Creflo and T.D. Jakes and Farrakhan and everybody else.
Right.
Because we seek their peace.
Kawakah.
And it makes us weak. Go ahead.
Kawakah. And that ye may leave the inheritance of the land unto your children forevermore.
Right. We're supposed to have our own, and our future generations are secured. Right. The only thing the future generation is guaranteed is what? Who knows? On topic. Come on. Getting y'all a drink for this one.
Repeat the question. Yeah, you said it on topic. The only thing that's guaranteed
for the future generation
that they're gonna go into captivity.
It's marching.
More marching.
Oh, sorry.
More marching. He was hanging with me all day, so I ain't getting you no drink. Some of me rub off on you. So you want a drink? Go get some water. On me. The only thing the future generation is guaranteed is more marching.
Right.
The only thing Martin Luther guaranteed with that, marching Selma, you remember? Selma, that old song John Legend sing, was that we'd be marching in 2020. That's the only thing he guaranteed.
Right.
The only thing, the march on this and the march on Washington and the march on and march here and march. The only thing marching guarantees, if you're a Christian, is more marching.
Right.
But if you're a soldier, it could guarantee one or two things: death or victory.
Right.
But either way, we ain't marching no more.
That's right.
That's it. It's either death or victory. Then you're gonna march to your death or you're gonna march to victory.
That's right.
But you ain't gonna be marching no more. What you want to do? Live forever and just march forever, nigga? Come on, one or the other. Let's decide today. Let's decide what's going on.
Right.
And today you should choose death. You should choose life and not death. That's in the Bible.
Right.
They are set before you, life and death.
Right.
Choose life that you may live.
Okay.
That's in the Bible, all right? Give me numbers. Numbers, where we at?
35 and 25.
Please.
Numbers 35 and 25. And the congregation shall deliver the slayer out of the hand of the revenger of blood. And the congregation shall restore him to the city of his refuge.
Okay, hold on. Skip me up. Start at verse 9. We might have a skip tree. All right. Now this year is a law in Israel for certain things, right?
Right.
So how many police shootings that we had or police brutality or civilian involved shootings that involve some white racist and a brother or a sister, and they say it was an accident? I could give you one off the top of my head, Fruitville Station, right? With that brother, what did the cops say?
said he thought he grabbed his taser.
Yeah, no, I've never held one of their tasers, but I would shudder to think it weighs the same as, you know, a 9 or a Glock, fully loaded, right? Does it weigh the same? Anybody knows? Whoever? I would not think so. A loaded 9. You mean to tell me you grab your taser and it felt the same? The grip felt the same. It didn't feel so. You didn't have to prime the taser.
Right.
You just grab it. For those of you all don't know, Fruitville Station was with, what's the brother name? Oscar Grant, right? The brother who played Killmonger played the movie that was dedicated to the brother.
Right.
Where he was out there frolicking, Christmas night, New Year's night, some bullshit like that. Yeah. Cops held the station up. They bucked back against the cops or whatever it has happened. Cop put him face down, grabbed the taser while he cursing at him. Or think he grabbed the taser, but it was really the gun, put it in his back, blew him away close range. The brother bled out right there and died. The cop said it was a accident.
Right.
But he gets to go home.
Right.
And he gets money and an extended trial. And did they clear the cop? I would think so. I don't know for sure.
I think he got like 9 years or something.
Find out for me. If he did get 9 years, it had to be a black cop.
So it's another story too out of Oklahoma City. A couple of years ago, a brother, he was selling a gun to an undercover agent.
Mm-hmm.
And he got out the truck, ran.
I saw that.
And the older white dude said the same thing. He thought he was reaching for his gun. And he went on vacation in the Caribbean 2 weeks later.
And
nothing never happened.
Oh, he left. And I think the old dude was like some deputy or something that's riding around, which means he was from the lynching era, but just wanted to ride around to hunt niggas.
Right.
And he worked with the feds to set up this brother, and this brother just going through hard times for selling some gun.
Right.
He put the gun on him and he shot it. That's the video where he was on the ground saying, I can't breathe, and the feds said I could breathe just fine. He said on the video.
He got 2 years.
2 years for murder.
Voluntary manslaughter.
Voluntary manslaughter. 2 years. And I'm sure he ain't do them 2 years.
No,
I'm sure he probably did 1 or 9 months.
Right.
All right.
In protective custody.
In protective custody. Ooh, he probably was eating like, you know, Al Capone up in there. He was up in there like, you know, like the mafia, getting mushrooms and, you know, lamb ribs delivered to him. All right. So now they said it was an accident. They said they didn't mean to do it. No problem. Now, according to their law, they get to go home and, you know, live and eat and all that type of shit, but somebody's still dead.
Right.
Let's see the Bible, what the Bible says about it. All right. Give me 35. Let's start at 9. We might skip through. I didn't want to go over, but we might. All right, go ahead.
Numbers 35 and 9.
All right, Salaki. Brothers who able to, just scan the chat there for the questions. I'll probably take 3 or 4 questions all after. Yeah, I'll take it all after, right? Just choose the best 3 or 4 ones. All right, 2 men each. Yeah, just choose 2 each, all right? Read.
Numbers 35 and 9. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying,
Go ahead.
Speak unto the children of Israel,
Yep.
and say unto them, when ye be come over Jordan into the land of Canaan, then ye shall appoint you cities to be cities of refuge for you, that the slayer may flee thither, which killeth any person at unawares.
Unawares.
All
right, so what is he saying? What is Moses saying? Young man in the back. What's Moses saying? Read it one more time.
Then ye shall appoint you cities to be cities of refuge for you, that the slayer may flee thither, which killeth any person at unawares.
What's he saying?
He's saying that he should.
Take your time. No sweat. Let me come back to you, all right? Anybody else? Dauda?
He's saying you will assign a place of salvation, not salvation, sanctuary for.
Just use the word that's right there.
Okay. Refuge.
Mm-hmm.
A city of refuge, a point or a
what's a place of refuge? What does refuge mean? Get a dictionary.
Shelter.
Different. It's different. Your house is shelter. A tree is shelter. That's what, sis? Next hand raise your hand high, right, so I can see over the computer.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Just a safe place, Like a safe house or something?
A safe house. Now think a safe house. What position would you be in to need a safe house?
Protection.
You need protection.
Right.
Right? You're running from something.
That's right.
You get the point?
Right.
So when you get to that safe house, is a place you hiding, not necessarily shelter. Right? The right person's chasing you, brother. Your safe house will be in the sewer.
Right.
The right person after you, you good. Down. You down there like the turtles or that pizza. You get the point? That you have no problem. All right, keep going. Whoever's reading.
And they shall be unto you cities for refuge for the avenger, that the manslayer die not until he stand before the congregation in judgment.
Okay. What does this say in here? What's that?
Meaning, these cities are in place so that you're not killed for your murder, for accidentally murder somebody, but you get to get a trial.
That's what it's saying. It means you could kill somebody by accident. It could happen.
Right.
It could actually happen. You could go chopping wood, and the axe handle could fly off on the backswing,
right,
and kill somebody. That now you come back out and say he died. How he died? Well, the axe handle came off, but the axe was planted in his chest. You know, I mean, it's gonna be hard pressed to tell this man's brother or his woman or his cousins or his father,
right,
you didn't put that axe in there.
Right.
You know, imagine somebody coming and telling you, yeah, your son died. How he died? The axe head came off. Nah, nigga, you killed my son. I saw how you was, you know, eyeing his woman or looking at his gold or whatever.
Right.
And now what you have to do?
Prove.
No, you got to
flee.
You got to fight or run. You got to, you know, fight or flight.
Right.
Because his father ain't even one talking to you.
Right.
Cousins is outside drinking that E&J. with the Draco. Right? And walking around with their feet out. You know, niggas walk, the feet is out here. Yes! What's up now? I got an axe for you, yeah. You get the point?
Right.
Because now you done kill somebody they love. But it was an accident, truth be told. So what you gotta do? You gotta touch home, get a duffel bag, grab drawers and socks.
That's right.
That's about all you're gonna need, and maybe some t-shirts. But more drawers and socks than anything else.
Right.
Grab some cash, your cell phone charger, kiss your woman and your babies goodbye, your mother, or whoever, and disappear. You got to roll. You got to go up north.
Yep.
You got to go down south. You got to go west.
Right.
Yeah, the islands, brothers. I need a visa today. I need the visa now. You land in JFK airport with no bags, but you're alive. You're alive, right? Yeah, instead of being at the end of a grinder somewhere, where they grind your limbs off first because you done killed somebody they love. You get the point? You're alive. But in the Bible, the Lord understands everything and he's just.
Right.
And he said, he told Moses, set up a city of refuge because somebody could get killed by accident. And Israel loves Israel. And we don't take that shit. You understand?
Right.
The anger is going to set in. And you ever used to say a crime of passion?
Yeah.
Where you get, you know, you get beside yourself in anger or in love or lust or whatever,
Right.
and you do things that you would normally do. But that's his relatives or her relatives. You got to run out. And you see it. If you make it to that city before they catch you, Salaki, I ain't going to give it away. Keep reading.
And of these cities which ye shall give, 6 cities shall ye have for refuge. Ye shall give 3 cities of this side Jordan, and 3 cities shall ye give in the land of Canaan, which shall be cities of refuge.
So it's like 3 and 3, meaning it's spread out kind of evenly in Israel. Because if all these cities is in the south and you all the way up north, what's your chances of reaching to the city? You get the point?
Right.
You might be living in New York. You're running from me. I have a cousin in Delaware. You ain't making it to that city in Florida.
Right.
You understand? You're not making it. You get the point? I might know somebody I might know the Mark Train ticket seller.
Right.
Oh, we got free tickets. Yeah, for you? Yeah. Come on, John, it's right back here. Right in this closet here. Yeah, you never make it. You get the point? Go ahead.
These 6 cities shall be a refuge both for the children of Israel and for the stranger, and for the sojourner among them, that everyone that killeth any person unawares may flee thither. And if he smite him with an instrument of iron, so that he die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death.
Go ahead.
And if he smite him with throwing a stone, wherewith he may die, he died, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death.
Go ahead.
Or if he smite him with an hand weapon of wood, wherewith he may die, and he die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death.
Go ahead.
The revenger of blood himself shall slay the murderer when he meeteth him. He shall slay him.
So now this is giving you different ways a man could die, right? It's just running on different scenarios, and it's saying the revenger of the murderer, meaning the family member of the person you killed. If you kill this person like that, when this person catch you, they could kill you legally.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
You could, that's what he's saying here. The revenger of murderer could kill you.
Right.
Right? Go ahead.
But if he thrust him of hatred, or hurled at him by laying of weight, that he died.
Go ahead.
Or in enmity smite him with his hand, that he died. He that smote him shall surely be put to death. For he is a murderer. The revenger of blood shall slay the murderer when he meeteth him.
Right. So once again, all the things we talk about first: the envy, the jealousy, the hatred. Right. You kill a man, the person who come for revenge, they could put your lights out. Right. Go ahead.
But if he thrust him suddenly without enmity, or have cast upon him anything without laying of weight, or with any stone wherewith a man may die, seeing him not, and cast it upon him, that he die, and was not his enemy, neither sought his harm.
Right. So if you cast a stone, he didn't see this dude, he throw a stone, this dude just walk out, crack, gets in his head, he died. Right. There was no enmity, there was no hatred towards this person. Right. He thrust him through by mistake, he died. Right. Go ahead.
Then the congregation shall judge between the slayer and the revenger of blood according to these judgments. Right.
Then this is supposed to happen. Right. Go ahead.
And the congregation shall deliver the slayer out of his hand of the revenger of blood.
Right. Why the congregation have to deliver him out of the hand? Because that family member wants blood. You understand? And they going, they staying up, they laying in wait, they marking your territory, marking where you sleep, because they want you dead. Right, go ahead.
Right. And the congregation shall restore him to the city of the refuge, whither he was fled, and he shall abide in it unto the death of the high priest, which was anointed with the holy oil.
Keep going.
But if the slayer shall at any time come without the border of the city of his refuge, whither he was fled, and the revenger of blood find him without the borders of the city of his refuge, and the revenger of blood kill the slayer, he shall not be guilty of blood.
Go ahead.
Because he should have remained in the city of his refuge until the death of the high priest. But after the death of the high priest, the slayer shall return into the land of his possession.
All right, let me break it down for you, right? You kill somebody by accident. His family wants you. You have to make it to that city of refuge.
Right.
If you don't make it there in time, the Lord is not with you.
Right.
If you make it there, then the Lord was with you.
Right.
It was an accident.
Right.
The rules is you have to stay in that city until the high priest dies. The high priest ain't dying soon. It's, he's there. He's like, okay, the high priest only gets replaced when he dies.
Right.
So you there until he dies. Now, if he dies, everything's supposed to be forgiven. You're supposed to be able to come back out. Meaning, okay, it means like you stay in there until a long, long time until that shit gets, the anger is appeased.
Right.
The high priest died. That means a long time has passed. You come back out. If you're still alive, you could come back out and go there and live normal. They cannot touch you. They touch it now. They gonna have to go live in a city of refuge.
Right.
Now, a few years pass and you think you're Mr. Badman, you Billy Badass, and you leave that city. If it's somebody, who have little issues with, forgiving somebody, like a certain person, I would sit outside your spot, brother, and lay in wait, like, I was doing, surveillance. And the minute you step 1 foot out of that city, I kill you and I'm scot-free. I'm good, because you should have stayed in that city.
Right.
You should have understood you did kill somebody. You should have understood, even if it was an accident, there was carelessness involved. Just think about any situation where you kill somebody. You see, get in a car accident, you kill somebody.
Right.
There was a bit of carelessness involved. You should have stayed there. You decided to come out. This person got you. You died. But Quash is like, ooh, but the years is... Come on now.
Like, so that person who's in the city of refuge has to come to the Passover, or he's not part of Israel anymore. Does that mean he can't come to Passover?
Yes. He's there. That's it.
So that means he's not Israel anymore.
Okay, not in this situation. Not in this situation. I'm gonna ask that question with the general. Maybe they have a Passover there, but it's like there's laws for blemishes. There's a whole list. People who have a cleft palate, they're not allowed in the congregation, but they're Israelites. Midgets, short people,
right?
They're not allowed in the congregation. That's in the law. Not now, but then.
Right.
And it would be that way when Christ comes back again. Because the Lord, he wants his people to be a certain way. He don't want his people, 3'5". What would happen if, you a man, you 3'5", you get to run around the congregation, you might, breed everything with a tail. Now we have a nation of hobbits. You get the point? Now is the Shire. That's the army of the Shire. Frodo Baggins and Bilbo goddamn Baggins. Right, and Smeagol. You get the point? The Lord don't want that. The Lord wants, if he buy a BMW, it's a BMW, not BMW with a Toyota engine. You get the point? That's just, it's a whole list of it. Right. Cleft palate, leper, midget is one. I think that's about it. There's a few more, right? That you have to stay there until the 3rd and the 4th generation. Right. Then if your offspring is right, they could come back in. They're still Israel. But this is a case that they're not missing the Passover by, decision or through a fault of their own. This is a situation. And remember, they say if you're in a far off journey, you could keep it 40 days later. You get the point? So this one is not, I don't think it'll count against them, but I'll ask for clarity to make sure for you. You get the point? But rest assured that if this nigga sold 1 lamb and bread, that's going to be his last meal.
That's right.
He decides to leave that city of refuge, he's done. Now, what does that mean? Listen, Derek Chauvin, right? You know who Derek Chauvin is, right? Yeah. He said it was a mistake, right? He kneeled down on the brother too hard. He thought he was, he thought he could breathe. Right. Well, nigga, pack up. Run. Where's America's city of refuge from mistakes? Where is it? Land of the free, home of the brave. In God we trust. Right. If it was a mistake, Minnesota police officer, for killing George Floyd, where's the city of refuge that you hauling ass to right now? Right. That's what the march should be. The march should be, where was he? Was last year. We saw him on GPS. His Facebook said 50th and Lennox. Where is he now? Yeah, he was last seen going down 95. Good, we marching down 95. Right. Get to that city, devil. Don't let us. Now we're going to set up shifts around the damn city. Right. Okay. A perimeter watch. Right. You come outside for mail, brother, it's a wrap. Right? Now imagine if America was really righteous, brother, we won't need to march. We just have to pray the Lord is on our side, and we have some quick brothers like Barack and Kazak who could run after that damn devil. Right. Right? You want to run? You want to walk? All right, sweat. You outside? The nigga say they outside? Right. All right, drop the attic, we gonna slide. If America was righteous, there would be cities of refuge for all these cops whose guns accidentally went off. Right. and I accidentally strangled him, or I accidentally tasered him too long. There was another one where I saw a few years ago, cops chasing this brother in Florida, I think it's Florida, somewhere in the south. And they chasing him, he running, he on a bike, he reached, he was so goddamn tired. He turned somewhere, but it wasn't an alley, it was like the back of a house. And it was like a fence, but he's so tired. And brother, he stopped, he turned around, slipped and fell. He saw the cop car coming and did this, hands up, because he was tired. And the cop drove straight into him and parked the car on top of him. And then stayed in the car. And the brother is under the car, telling him, get it off of him, he can't breathe. And the weight of the car just suffocated the brother under there. And that was, you could look it up on the internet. You see the last frame of him is like this, and the car just hit him, and he's pinned under the car, and the cop ain't called for backup, nothing, and the brother died right there. He could say it's an accident. Right. Run. How do things go? Run. Run. It was an accident. I didn't mean it. Run. We don't need to march. Right? America, you would have your buildings back. Nobody would burn the Popeyes down and try to attack the White House if you had a city of refuge, according to God's law. Right? According to God's law, if you had a city of refuge, there would be you wouldn't have to waste time with the justice system. Exactly. You wouldn't have to waste time with lawyers and DA and what we're going to charge him. If he make it, the Lord was with him. It really was an accident. He's not a bad cop, but he got to live there now. Right. Repercussions must happen. Somebody's life was lost from your carelessness. Right. So now you have to lose something. You have to lose your life, what you would live. But now, if this wasn't a mistake, halfway on that city, you're going to get a flat. Right. You're going to come out and twist your ankle. You're not going to be able to move, brother. And it's going to be justice. Wouldn't that save America? There would be no need for National Guard if we had a city of refuge for these cops who make mistakes every day. It was a mistake. It was an accident. I thought he could breathe. I didn't hear him. Sandra Bland, they said they left her one night, came back the next day. She was dead. Bullshit. Right. The other girl who she got arrested. I think she was a diabetic. She said, I don't want to die in prison. She said it on the camera while they was booking her. Can I have my medicine? She died in jail the next day. So it was an accident. Run. Right. Get moving. Whole ass, white boy. That's right. Get to moving. But if we catch up with you, it's a wrap. I tell you that. That's in God's law. Right. Now, who you want to serve? America? You rather serve America's justice system? Brother, I want this. Y'all think I ain't quick? Y'all think I have some size I ain't quick? Try me. Try me. I'll be like them old school horror movie. I'll be behind you, you turn and running, and you just run into me in the front. And you looking up at I want the Freddy Krueger music too. No, the Jason Voorhees. Try me. Run. That's righteous. There would be no rioting if this was in place. There would be none. Me personally, I'd pay a crew to stay by the city of refuge. Yeah, we have one coming down here, 6'5", blonde, blue eyes. Yeah. Get busy. All right, boys. Come on.
So, I had a question about the city of refuge. Is it strictly restricted to people that's like basically on the run? Like, could that person that's going there for refuge have his family come and visit? I was just trying to wonder about that, sir. I'm
not sure. It might say it here. I can't really remember that. We could read on and see. Somebody scan it through and see. But okay, the purpose of it is that you lose the life you would have lived. Maybe your family could come. I don't know. But, I wouldn't.
I have a question. So if that was in place in this day, Derek Chauvin, if he was to go to a city of refuge, who would be the high priest? General YAHANNA?
Commanding the high will be high priest. When he died, he could come back up. And we get good fruits, the best liquor, the best clean food for the general. He died no time soon. Man. You might die before him. But you ain't making it because niggas could run. We could run better than you and we could drive faster than you. We play Grand Theft Auto, nigga. What the hell you mean? we copping every Impala on the way to that damn city of refuge. You're not making it. You're not making it there. And that's why America is so lawless. They're lawless. First degree, second degree murder, involuntary manslaughter. Bullshit. It's a waste of time and paper. This was how many verses we read? 20, what, how much?
So now we started at 9.
Right, so this was what?
We down to
16 verses, 14 verses? Right. You have whole departments of justice. We just solved your case in 14 verses. What you want? This is efficiency.
That's right.
This is probably 98% efficient.
Right.
We solved your whole case. The whole Department of Justice, the Attorney General, the US, what is called it? US Attorney, US, no, what do they call them things? US Prosecutor, US Attorney, whatever. The whole law department, the FBI, CIA, everybody. 14 verses.
Right.
He say it's a mistake. It was a mistake.
Right.
Ready? I'm giving you on the count of 3, you run. Ready? 3. Get moving.
All right, so but you know, also if they did have that in place, if we did have that in place today, you know, they would protect him the whole way there.
Well, that's why they said the congregation, they had to deliver. They had to deliver him there, which is fine. I could still try him. You get the point? If he gets there, the Lord is with him. You get it? It's a system. Now, this is a righteous system to give a man who a mistake happened to a shot. Mistakes happen. It might be a mistake. Or it might you confess to somebody that you can't stand this brother. Or you can't stand this sister and you hate them. Somebody may have just seen you all fighting. You ever see them all whodunit movies? Yep. Yeah, well, they saw you and so in an argument. Yeah, we was arguing over tools. What tools? The same tool you used to kill him? Dum, 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 dum. Oh, we don't need all that bullshit. You said it was an accident? Pack a bag. Pack a bag. These cops, listen, the police force would be a lot cleaner with a city of refuge. Right. You know how much of you mistake-ass bastards would be down there? Right. Y'all would be down there killing each other. We'd have to have a whole new city of refuge for the niggas in the city of refuge. Because you're such murderers. America is an unlawful, ungodly place that doesn't care about people's lives, white or black. Right. Doesn't care about it. If you care about the lives of people, obey God's laws. Right. Set up a city of refuge. Save taxpayer money. Right. Save everybody, time and, whatever else. He says a mistake, hurry up. That's right. Get moving. If it's really a mistake and you could die, what you going to do? You're going to hold ass. You're going to try every which way to get to that city, right? Right. But we'll see. The Lord might deliver you. Maybe not. Right? God. But you surely ain't going to go home, Zimmerman, right, and auction off a gun for $250,000. Right. You surely ain't. Now imagine Zimmerman trying to wobble his big ass down to a damn city of refuge. The nigga ain't reaching nowhere. Right. Nowhere. And Trayvon Martin's girl was a Levite brother. She got Levite brothers. Right. Levi. Levi coming dragging that in the ship. Shit! Ça passe! So I'm going to kill his drawers out. It's going to be hell. With a city of refuge, the police force would be cleaner. Right. All the mistake, all the sorry niggas, I'm sorry, it was a mistake. You will be living there with no family. Right. And that's what hurts them. The fact, please, man, I got a family. You got so many. Okay, no problem. Don't make no more mistakes. Don't be like, what's his name? Derek. Shalam. Don't be like Derek no more. Don't be like Pantaleno and them 6 racist devils in New York who killed Eric Garner. Right. Don't be like the devils who killed Tamir Rice. Don't be like Michael Dunn, who is not a cop, who killed Jordan Davis for music, right, which was not a mistake. That was straight up murder. Right. Don't be like Zimmerman, who killed Trayvon Martin. Don't be like that. And that would be an example. Oh, where's your daddy? My daddy was a cop. Oh, yeah, where he at now in City of Refuge? Your daddy was no cop. It was a mistake. You're a mistake, baby. You're son of a mistake. Since it was a mistake, that would be righteous. It would be good. It would give the people who marching and rioting right now the outlet they need and the chance. Oh, he made it there? Bet. Don't come out. I'm gonna be watching.
Right.
The day you come out, I'm gonna get you. No, I don't have to burn no stores down. I don't got to. I don't got to riot. I don't got to block the highway. I don't got to do nothing. I don't got to bother, that old racist devil in the White House. I don't got to do nothing. You get the point?
Right.
The laws of the Bible is going to make this world a better place. The kingdom to come is going to be greater than the kingdom now. Thus saith the Lord. You understand? Let me get some of them questions now.
And as far as the Facebook, the YouTube, the first page, I had questions, but remember it went down.
No sweat.
I got a question from
Hold on. Any more?
Yeah, Colin, I got one from Facebook. Look like a brother named Robert Denny. He said, "How long are we unclean when we are around a dead body or funeral?"
You're 7 days. If you're in the house of the dead, you can look it up. Look up House of the Dead. I believe that's it. House of the Dead. 7 days. If you go into a cemetery, I believe that's what it says. House of the Dead. It may not be that. The house where the dead body is. House, dead body. It's 7 days, right? It's supposed to be 7 days. If you're in the house, the body die, like a relative die in the house. Everybody in that house unclean for 7 days. You go to the funeral home, you unclean for 7 days because it's dead bodies back there. You go to the cemetery, you're unclean for 7 days. Go ahead.
I believe it's in the book of Numbers chapter. The book of Numbers chapter 19 and 11. And
all right, what does it
16.
say?
Verse 11 says, "He that toucheth the dead body of any man shall be unclean for 7 days." Verse 16
so
says,
touching the dead body, you're unclean for 7 days. So again, somebody died in the house, you had to pick them up, wrap them up, whatever. The mortician, he's unclean for 7 days. All right, go ahead.
Verse 16 says, "And whosoever touches one that is slain with sword in the open fields, or a dead body, or a bone of a man, or a grave, shall be unclean 7 days."
Right, 7 days. Right, for a dead body, you 7 days. Right, that's if you touch the body. If you're in the house where the body died, if you go to the cemetery, you're unclean 7 days. If you're that person who touched the body or was in the house or went to the cemetery and somebody touches you, that person is unclean until the evening. But you unclean 7 days.
So anytime you're around any death, you're just unclean for 7 days.
Explain what you mean, any death.
Like if it's a dead body, like exactly what it says.
Like a human?
Exactly.
Yes, this is for human beings. This is not for that chicken you're gonna kill to make some, Popeyes. This ain't that. You understand? This is for a human being. You get the point? Go ahead. That's it?
Those are the only two verses on that, at least.
All right, no sweat. Any more?
On the Facebook, a sister asked, "What are Jakes?" As far as that's the only question left on Facebook.
I don't know. Jakes, who the hell knows? I mean, most people use it short for Jacob, meaning an Israelite, it's slang. Some people use it, I don't, but some people do say Jake being short for Jacob as Jacob is Israel, right? Like he's a Jake, she's a Jake. Shit just sound too GMS for me. Certain words they use, I just can't fucking use it no more. Right. That's Jake, man, with the damn curtain on, with your mother curtain on. Stupid ass. Go ahead.
Brothers from New York used to say that in the 90s. They used to call the cops Jakes.
Used to call the cops Jakes. Why?
I have no idea.
From the shield. Okay, new school cops don't wear the shield like this. Right. But this was the original shield. It's it's an old school thing, right? It's the shield, Jake, Jacob, Israel. It comes down from that thing, but it turns a disrespect thing for the cop. Like Jake, he's a Jake. It's an old school thing for that. But I don't think that's what she's asking. She's probably asking why we use Jake. But that's true. All right. Any more?
No, sir.
Okay, sir. There's one on YouTube. There's a couple on YouTube. It's like it, sir. Precept in the Bible says that the Most High has only given the law to Israel, but Adam is the first to receive the law, and he was not Israel. Can you break it down from my understanding? Thank you. Adam
was the forefather of Israel. Adam got was family tradition. What Israel got, this is in comparison. Okay. What nation did Adam belong to? Anybody? I'm gonna just answer. I'm gonna have brothers in the class respond for you, just for time's sake. His question was: the scriptures say the Lord only gave His laws and statutes to Israel. Read the precept he's talking about, and I'll show you his error. Well, not error, but the way he's thinking about it is wrong. It could be he get twisted up with some fake Israelite or some Egyptologist looking for contradictions. If he only give it to Israel, how the hell Adam get it? You have to look at the context in what he said. Right. Psalms 147, 19 and 20. Who have it? Quick on the drum. Come on, y'all can't let that heat beat you on, man. 96 degrees. What's up? Y'all gonna want to tell me get cap. I'm going to Trinidad with you. No, nigga, you're gonna die. You're gonna die up there.
Right.
Come on.
Psalms 147, 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Right.
He have not dealt with so any nation.
Right. He has not dealt so with any nation. This is when he says he showed his word to Jacob or to Israel, it's talking about in comparison to the other nations. Right. You understand? It's not talking about to individual people. You get the point? Yeah. So he could have. How did Jacob get the law?
It was passed down.
It was passed down. That's what most Christians don't understand. Right. Most Egyptologists, most whoever who's not in the UPK. You're not in here. You don't understand that this is something precious that you give to your son.
That's right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Everything is passed down.
Right.
It's passed down. The garments you get, somebody senior to you give it to you. Chains you wear, they give it to you. But some Bibles you have, somebody give it to you. Right. Everything is passed down. Adam had it first, it was passed down to Abel. Right. Cain killed Abel, it was passed to Seth. Right. And all the way down to who? Noah. Right. Noah passed it on to his 3 sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. That's why even in the if you look at the other sons, their family tree, there's some similarities in their historical accounts of the earth, right? Out of Noah, he chose Shem. Right. Out of Shem, he chose Abraham. Right. Noah passed the law to Shem. Shem passed the law, which was what? Family rules. That's right. This is what we do. Right. We the Johnsons, we don't dress like that, young man. Right. We don't wear tight clothes. Imagine that. Imagine a father telling his son, you ain't wearing no goddamn skinny jeans. I don't care if that's the style or not. And then imagine 50 years later writing a law for the whole country. That's what we're talking about. Okay. It was passed down from father to son, father to son, father to son. Okay. Adam passed it to Abel. Abel was killed. He passed it to Seth. Seth passed it down all the way to Noah. Noah passed it on to Shem. Right. Shem passed it to Abraham. Abraham passed it to Isaac. Isaac passed it to Jacob, who became Israel. Israel passed it to his 12 sons. Right. His 12 sons grew into the 12 tribes of Israel. The Lord said, that's it. Right. He ain't passing to no other nation. That's it now. Right. This is it right here. He has not dealt so with any nation. Right. The men before Jacob were forefathers. Right. They had to have the law for Jacob to get the law. Okay. If that answers your question, if that helps you out. All right, I hope that does. Anybody else?
Okay.
Come on.
Illick from YouTube asks,
Illick?
Come on.
Illick, what nationality are you? Go ahead.
What is the difference between the house of Judah and the house of Israel?
No problem. You get 2 Kings, the 17th chapter. You read the history of the split of the kingdom. The kingdom was split between the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. Judah his land was in the southern kingdom. Judah is the head tribe. The kingdom was split after Solomon sinned. The Lord said, I will not take the kingdom from you, Solomon, but from your sons. Right. Jeroboam and Rehoboam ruled. The kingdom split between those two. One ruled the northern kingdom, one ruled the south. I always mix them up. The southern kingdom was Judah, Benjamin, and parts of Levi.
Right.
All right. Benjamin sided with Judah, parts of Levi, because at that time the priesthood, Levi was not one of the 12, it was Dan. The Levites would be scattered throughout all 12 tribes to do the service of the priest.
Right.
After Dan became diminished in tribe, Dan was absorbed into, I think, Manasseh. The Lord counted Levi as one of the 12. Part of Levi, that mainly the part who stayed in Judah and Benjamin land, they stayed with the house of Judah. Part of Levi stayed with the house of Ephraim. The house of Ephraim is the prominent tribe of the northern kingdom.
Right.
Ephraim would be considered the head tribe of Issachar, Manasseh, Zebulun, Naphtali, Asher, Gad, Reuben. And then you have half of Levi up there, right? So you have the 2.5, the 9.5, they come together to make the 12. So when you hear the house of Judah, it's talking about the southern kingdom versus the house of Israel, it's talking about the northern kingdom. Right. In most of the second half of the Old Testament after 2 Kings and the New Testament, when you see Israel, it's talking about Ephraim and his fellows.
Right.
When you see Judah, it's talking about Judah and his fellows, meaning Judah, Benjamin, and Levi.
Right.
All right, so that's the difference between the house of Judah and the house of Israel.
Okay, so you know what nationality the tribe of Dan would have been?
It would have been Dan if there was Dan. No, Dan is in Manasseh. You look, give me Dan in Genesis 49 quick, and give me leap from Bashan. I think it's leap from Bashan. Hold on. Deuteronomy 33 and 22. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 33.
No, give me Genesis first.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 16. Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel. Dan shall be a serpent by
right. Dan, which his name means what? Judge. Right? I.S.U.P.K from Honduras, born in Honduras. Okay. I.S.U.P.K is your father a European who lives in Honduras, or is your father a so-called native national, meaning like an Amazonian or a Taino or a native Indian type, or Carib or Arawak, those type of people who native to the land of Honduras? That's what I need to know, I.S.U.P.K. All right? We'll find out. You might have to run. I'm joking. Go ahead.
Verse 17. Dan shall be a serpent by the way, an adder in the path.
Well, hold on. Dan is a judge. Give me that first.
Verse 16. Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel.
Right, that's important. Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes. When you look at this, this is Isaac blessing the house of, this is Isaac or Jacob? This is Jacob blessing the 12 tribes. This was when they were just 12 men.
Right.
And he's telling you here, Dan, you're going to disappear in the future. Meaning, you will not be a tribe of Dan. To understand it, the average family today is what? How is it in numbers?
Mother, father, like 3 kids.
Average 5, maybe 4. See, that's a family, right? Back in the 50s, what was the average size of a family?
About 8, 7, 8
8,
kids.
right? 9, maybe. Black family might be what? More, right?
16.
Hispanics today hit it at 12 quick. 12 of them in the house.
Right.
But 3 Jose's, right? And 2 Juans. You get the point? Yeah, them Hispanics ain't giving up off of that shit. You know what I mean? That's a family.
Right.
A tribe is a very big family.
Right.
Think of family reunion in the South where everybody come by and there's just hundreds of people there.
Right.
That's a tribe. A nation is a very big tribe, or plenty tribes coming together.
Right.
You get the point? So when he said Dan will judge as one of the tribes, Dan was not big enough to be his own tribe.
Right.
So he gets absorbed into whoever is the tribe the Lord chose.
Right. They ceased to be a tribe because they weren't producing enough men.
Okay, that's how you, if you had to explain to somebody, how could they stop being a tribe? It's very simple. You start having more girl children than boys.
Right.
So you don't have the seed carrying enough. You get the point? A man who have a ton of sons, what his son's gonna make? More of him.
Right.
You get the point? So he can have that. You have a ton of daughters, somebody is gonna take your daughter. You ain't got your seed and carry, your name ain't carrying. You get the point?
Right.
Now you see why it's so devastated. So, you get my point?
Yeah.
So that's how you would explain it. If somebody wants to tell you an explanation is easy, then possibly just start having less boys. Male children became less dominant, just get absorbed in. And that's how life is.
Right.
Right? The house of Ishmael, Midian is considered Ishmaelite, but Midian is not Ishmael's son. Midian was one of Abraham's other sons. You get the point? But they went with Ishmael, and they just wasn't so popular and big and prominent. But so they fall under Ishmael's banner. Joseph. There's no tribe of Joseph, right? There's no tribe named YAHANNA on the 12 tribes. Right? Who is Joseph?
Ephraim and Manasseh.
Ephraim and Manasseh, Joseph's sons. You get the point?
Right.
Like Ephraim and Manasseh is not Jacob's sons, that's his grandsons.
Right.
But they did 12, he had 12 sons. That's how we explain it, because they just fall under Joseph.
Right.
You get the point?
Okay.
So that's how it is. Dan just was not just a big enough, and they got absorbed into Manasseh, which I'm about to show you, right? So he's telling you there, Dan will judge his people as one of the tribes. You get the point? Not as his tribe, but as one of the other tribes. Go ahead.
Verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
There shall be a serpent by the way,
Mm-hmm.
an adder in the path.
Right? Like when there's a snake in the bushes, do you see the snake? My dad is a native of Honduras. So is his dad and great dad before. Oh boy, you must be trained, dad. No problem, Mark. Honduras is what? Zebulon. Ilek, you are so-called Zebulonite. You don't have to look no further which native tribe. That doesn't matter. Whichever native tribe, they're all Zebulon if you're from Honduras, all right? Honduras, I think that's what, Central America? Central America, Ilek, you so-called Zebulonite, Zabalawan, all right? Are you in Honduras right now, Ilek? Where we at? Right? Dan gonna judge as one of the tribes, right? Go ahead.
An adder in the path that biteth the horse heels.
Right? Just like a snake. A snake is in the way. Not saying he is a snake, but in this metaphor,
Right.
this is what he's bringing across. When a horse is riding, the horse ain't seeing the snake.
Right.
He riding a rattlesnake. If you ever see a rattlesnake, it look just like the gravel on the ground.
Okay.
You gotta look for that rattler, and you gotta, look.
Right.
He's there, but you can't see him.
It's like, they have so many feral pigs in Texas now.
What?
Feral pigs?
What the fuck is that?
Feral means wild. Just
Fe-
wild.
feral?
Yeah. Comic-Con.
I'm gonna start calling wild broads that. You feral pig. She's like, what? You call me? Go look it up. Bitch getting outdated. You feral hog. Swine. I get one of them gloves like them old school. Flee from me. Sick. Feral pigs. I never heard about that shit. Go ahead.
Comic-Con. There's so many feral pigs out in Texas that the rattler, because they eat anything.
Mm-hmm.
They eat the rats, and when they try and bite the pigs, the skin is so thick it doesn't get to them.
They absorb that poison.
So they don't rattle anymore. They're starting to learn, and they don't rattle anymore.
See, so listen, that's the perfect example the Lord give. That adder, anyway, he's there. You ain't seeing him.
Right.
It doesn't mean he don't exist, but he right there. And just like how that snake would bite that horse and throw the rider, Dan right here with us, fighting with us.
Right.
Give me Deuteronomy 33.
Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 22. And of Dan, he said, Dan is a lion's whelp. He shall leap from Bashan.
Right, Dan is a lion's whelp who will leap from Bashan. Bashan is in the land of Manasseh. Dan will leap from Bashan. Dan will be part of Manasseh.
Right.
A Danite today, he is in Manasseh.
Right.
Get the point? A Manasseh today is Dan. Dan is in that tribe, right? For anybody who want to know. All right. We get 2 more questions. All right.
Last question I have here is from UPK ITHES. Can I get a breakdown of Jeremiah 12, 6 and 7?
Quickly, read from me real quick.
It's Jeremiah chapter 12.
Because I grabbed 2 for me, all right? Wherever you're looking.
Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 6. For even thy brethren and the house of thy father, even they have dwelt treacherously with thee. Yea, they have called a multitude after thee. Believe them not, though they speak fair words unto thee. Verse 7. I have forsaken mine house. I have left mine heritage. I have given the dearly beloved of my soul into the hand of her enemies.
Here's Jeremiah what?
Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 6 and 7.
Oh boy. Y'all see, I kept this Bible for a reason. You're probably thinking I can't take care of it. This was a day we stood in the rain in DC, boy. And the general was only calling for Isaiah and Jeremiah. This is not in this Bible. And I swear I would not get rid of this just to remember that day. That was glorious. It was a glorious day, brother. Salaki, I'm sentimental with warfare. I'm gonna be that old veteran. In my day, boy, we didn't have microphones. Right? I might have to ask the general about that one. I will rusty with me. Jeremiah, what 12 and what?
Jeremiah 12, chapter 12, 6 and 7.
Read it one more time.
Okay. Jeremiah 12, chapter 12, verse 6. For even thy brethren and the house of thy father, even they have dealt treacherously with thee. Yea, they have called a multitude after thee. Believe them not, though they speak fair words unto thee. Verse 7. I have forsaken mine house. I have left mine heritage. I have given the dearly beloved of my soul into the hand of her enemies.
I think it's Jeremiah having an issue with something, right? I'm going to get some clarity on it, all right? Just to break down. I don't think it's as a tribe issue. From what I remember vaguely, though, is Jeremiah having an issue with him coming in. You get the point? A lot of the prophets didn't come all the way, like, a willing man. Some of them went through things. I think is Isaiah or Jeremiah said how the Lord had him walk naked, not literally naked, but meaning he wasn't clothed like a regular man, like normally. He was poor. The other one, Hosea, you hear some fake Israelites pull this saying, the Lord made you marry a harlot. And they think it means you could go get a whore in the truth. It's not that. It's before the truth. The rib he got was a hoe. Right. So he knows how bad a decision is to choose the wrong woman. You get the point? Like that's what the Lord was saying. He made you walk naked, meaning before you came here, you wasn't dressed right. You was looking at these heathens out here. But I brought you in and made you right. You get the point? So I'm gonna ask this question maybe tomorrow. I think tomorrow is a scripture breakdown. So I'll just listen for it. All right? You could ask it tomorrow in class, but this one I'm gonna pass on it, all right? Anymore? I think Galwan want Joel 2 and 31. Let me get that real quick. So a few moments we done, all right? Joel 2 and 31. Who have it?
The book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 31. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and the terrible day of the Lord come. Verse 32. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered.
All right, no sweat. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood. What are you talking about?
Is this referring to the governments or the prophets?
Not the governments.
Okay, God.
More towards the prophets, you could say.
Okay, God. So, like, if I may, is it saying meaning the prophets won't be speaking? Well, they won't be out prophesying.
You onto it. You onto it. No, not the prophets. Not the prophets. Not that part. we'll always be speaking because behold, your prophets will not be hidden in a corner any longer. But some, I'm gonna give it to you. Anybody else? Anybody knows? No? Wisdom and knowledge have always been referred to in the Bible or compared to as the sun and the moon.
Yeah, that's right.
So before the Lord comes through, wisdom and knowledge is going to be absent from the earth.
Right.
It's going to be what you see.
Right.
Outdated. That's absence of wisdom and knowledge.
Right.
Not so much that we're going to not be speaking. We're going to be doing our thing.
Right.
They also say there's going to come a time you're going to seek the Lord and can't find it.
That's right.
Right? Because that's what you're talking about. But it's going to be a time where you're going to wish, oh man, I'm looking for the fly. Where they at?
Right.
Where they gone to? I can't find. You're not going to be able to find the man of the Lord. You get the point? Now is the time to get up in here. But this is talking about the absence of wisdom and knowledge from the world. It's going to be crazy and chaos. Not from us though. Wisdom and knowledge is the stability of our time. We're going to always have the sun and the moon. But the people in the world, right now, they don't. A good scripture for this guy one is their faces, the confusion of faces. Because of all what they're going through and they don't understand it, they're going to be confused. Like, why is this happening?
Could you also use the wise men of Teman? How
they're going to be dismayed.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, all that is in that spirit is talking about. All right. Any more? Last one?
Yeah, I got a question right here, sir.
Right. Illick, you live in Toronto. Most High in Christ. You under our bond. Good job, brother. Good job. You straight. All right. I hope I answered his question. Which question he had?
He had the
I forget which one. I think I answered his own though.
Okay. It was what's the difference between Judah and Israel?
Okay. All right. Any more? I'll take one more. Go ahead.
Mr. Blessed said, can we get a breakdown on Daniel chapter 2, verse 34, please?
I'll try. I ain't ask nobody if they're paying tithes. Y'all let me slip tonight. Y'all put a damn Molly in my damn drink. Y'all have me up here, ain't asking for tithes. What's wrong? What's wrong? Who slipped me a quail? I'm up here and asking for no tithes. That's not good. I'm saying all these questions. Ain't no sweat. What, Daniel? What?
Daniel. Oh, it's like Daniel 2 and 34.
Go ahead.
Daniel chapter 2, verse 34. Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay.
Right. This is talking about the that statue. It's talking about that statue. You gotta read the whole thing through. It tells you right there. That's the nice thing about Daniel. The first part of all his visions is vision.
Right.
Then the second chapter is usually the interpretation of it.
Right.
It's right there. It's going to tell you exactly what this means. I'm going to have to read it through to remember it for you, all right? Thou sawest till that stone was cut out with hands. It's the falling apart of what that statue represented, I believe, which was Babylon. It was with Nebuchadnezzar.
It says where iron and clay.
Yeah, where the feet was something and this was that and that was that. It tells you what it is, but it's talking about the falling apart of that empire.
Right.
All right. All this is talking about the falling apart of that empire. So just read it through. If you still don't understand, come back and ask. All right. I want to read it through myself. I'm a little vague on it. All right. With that, pass the class over to Priest and Officer Bukwashia.
That's right.
All right. Shit. Listen, y'all have elections coming up. Go ask your damn senator to make a city of refuge for these goddamn mistake cops.
Right.
Let them learn to run. Put it right next to the range too. Put the city of refuge right next to the range. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. at 1 West 125th Street.
God damn. Somebody named Purpose. I pay my tithes, Captain. I have receipts if you need them. Niggas like that. Oh, that's how you feel? That's how you feel, homie? Okay. Good job. Good job, or sister, whoever you are. Go ahead.
Okay. We are the I.S.U.P.K. out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister where the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi 3, 8 through 10. Means 10, means 10 in Hebrew, and it's pronounced ma'ashara. 10%.
You could clip the streams now, right?
10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury